Dear fellow citizens, I am Marina Adele Pallotto, and I am addressing you as a spokesperson for the values of democracy and digital rights in Italy. In 2014, I had the honor and burden of being a candidate in the European elections, which led me to self-finance and renounce electoral reimbursements, attracting the support of almost 9,000 Italian citizens. That experience was a crucial test for me, as I had to deal with a campaign orchestrated by a third party without my consent. I was the victim of scandalous fake news and false accusations, fueled by an anonymous staff of the Five Star Movement and by the Macerata organizer Andrea Spurio, with the complicity of some local editors, including Paola Pagnanelli. Despite my requests for rectification, the disinformation campaign continued with media attacks, incitement to hatred and ostracism against the person, inside and outside the Five Star Movement. Today I dedicate myself to promoting digital participatory democracy in Europe, fighting strenuously for the defense of digital human rights and freedom of expression. My academic and professional path in law, with a specialization in legal professions and a master's degree in social leadership, has provided me with the necessary skills for this battle. I consider myself the voice of those who have been marginalized by our political, economic, and social system. I fight for those who suffer daily injustices due to personal and social conditions, whose freedoms and rights are suffocated by force and media and judicial persecution. Today I say to my fellow citizens, it is time to arm ourselves with courage, to demand more participation and reject oppression. We must distance ourselves from sloth and from those who have speculated on our lack of democracy, justice and equality. Our constitution is based on the repudiation of every dictatorship and on the active participation of citizens. We therefore ask the representatives of the Italian Republic to remove the obstacles that prevent the full development of the human person and his political participation. Every citizen is a free human being, equal before the law with equal opportunities and prosperity. Anyone who violates this rule of law will find our firm opposition. Because no individual freedom and good is achievable where someone else is oppressed and persecuted. Power is more participation and less oppression. The lack of democracy and social discrimination in the digitalized world derive from the current personal data management system, which allows abuses without the prior consent of the interested parties and violations of human rights. I therefore ask for a Charter of Digital Human Rights and the state's guarantee to protect them effectively. I demand the right to consent and verification of personal data published online, so that no human property can be attacked. Let's think about life with unjust incitement to hatred, freedom of association, the right to electoral equality, the right to truthful information. I ask for a concrete commitment from the institutions to guarantee digital security and to sanction those who violate fundamental rights online. I maintain that the authorities cannot freely interpret primary goods, such as justice and equality, the impartiality of judgment, and the prohibition of discrimination. Those who must pursue unconstitutional conduct cannot be allowed to be the first to implement them. Administrative sanctions on operators to guarantee the rule of law must be foreseen, because the infringement of fundamental rights and freedoms has an amplified, irreversible, if not permanent, value online. For my part, I guarantee freedom of opinion, expression and the right to information online, ensuring that users are accountable for the sources they disseminate, respect copyright, and the foundations of all democratic states of law. Every identifiable person online must have the right to free access and participation in a digital public forum, made up of diversity and debate, in which it is not marketing that counts, but the source and content. Communication must be clear, simple, transparent, regulated, thriving in a culture that involves everyone, but especially those who are marginalized, and in which the manager is held accountable. We have the right to digital symbolic mastery, of a technical, technological and cultural nature, and to be guided by a worthy class of trainers. The future is in our hands, with confidence and determination. I turn to you, sure of your support, You can join with your presence and finance my efforts on PayPal Marina Adele Pallotto at gmail.com.